2 chapters today, and that would be In Memoriam and the Dursleys Departing. So we start back with Harry one last time, and everything is different. Again, I get the feeling I say that a lot, but with this start with Harry, you can really tell that nothing is going to be normal. Like, we're not going back to Hogwarts. You can already see that in this moment. We're not going to end with a return to the Dursleys. All of that, it's gone. Because within these 2 chapters, Rowling very, very carefully strips away sort of everything that Harry had, piece by piece. And you could tell Harry is also doing this himself. He's making himself let go of what's not important now, while still trying to retain what is important. So he's cleaning out his trunk, which he admits he hasn't done since he packed it at the very start of this series. Like, he's working through his life and setting a lot of it aside. Like, a lot of these school books that he's leaving have been, well, they're part of his quintessential life. Hogwarts was a school, that was why he was there. And so for him to willingly set that aside and say, this isn't important, is a really meaningful moment for us. It's a key turn in Harry's character where he admits, okay, this is where I am, and I move forward from here. Like, when he cuts his finger, he admits to himself, this was not something I was taught. This is not something I had studied. Maybe I should have done this on my own. He recognizes a lot of missed opportunities. And again, his thoughts turn towards his friends. It's the idea of, okay, I'll have to ask Hermione. That is something important. I have to ask Hermione. And he keeps pieces. He keeps the locket with the note, and he keeps the mirror, sort of as these moments of... He even keeps the memoriam piece for Dumbledore. These are recognitions of what this quest is going to take, and the losses he's going to face, that he's going to have to again take into himself and become stronger by. But it's not just him willingly stripping things away. We are seeing other things being stripped from him. His family is moving out of the house. The house itself is being stripped from him. Yet, he's also being stripped of the ability to be angry with the Dursleys. Like Dudley's teacup and Dudley's decision to speak up and say, I don't think you're a waste of space. He can't run off that anger now. He needs to let that go, and he needs to find some sort of forgiveness in him, which we certainly see with Dudley in this moment of calling him Big D, and sort of accepting his cousin for who he is, in the same way his cousin has accepted him. It's not all lovey-dovey, oh, let's have hugs now. It is this recognition of 2 very different, estranged boys who happen to be cousins, coming to this realization that nothing is ever going to be the same. And in order to move forward, they sort of need to let the past go, even if it really deeply has held them back. We see it also with Petunia in this moment of hesitation, this moment where she is about to speak. And of course we know from Rowling that the temptation was for Petunia to say, she was my sister too. But she doesn't. But it is this moment where she is looking at him. And he can tell. Again, like, they're scared. This is frightening. She knows the consequences maybe just as much as Harry does. Because literally her sister disappeared. And then her nephew showed up. She got a letter. Like, no one showed up to explain or console her about her sister's death. Literally, it was, here's a baby and a letter. Have frickin' fun. Like, that's not fair, and that's something Petunia's had to deal with. And it's her in this moment trying to make that decision. And then, of course, we're having Dumbledore stripped away. Not just like in the end of Half-Blood Prince where he's physically stripped away from the story, but we've got Rita Skeeter's book, which is going to just show up periodically through this entire thing. The first hints of it that says that he's not a good person. Like, I trust in this big figure. We have seen, of course, particularly rereading things, that he certainly has flaws, but this isn't a person just pointing out equal on either side. We're getting very biased opinions of Dumbledore here. Like, we have the memoriam, which is very heartfelt, and it sticks to the positives. And then, of course, we have just Rita, who is just tearing this figure down. 4 weeks after his death, I might add. Like, literally, this is not a couple years later. Literally, 4 weeks after this man has died. Like, we're just gonna spit on him. And so that's stripping away our trust in Dumbledore, but also our trust. We know we can't trust the media now. Like, the media isn't going to take care of us. It never has. But your trust in people starts to disappear, because is this what they want? To just make other people seem smaller so they can feel bigger? Like, it's moments like this where we're just stripping everything away and leaving Harry very raw, and at the end of these 2 chapters by himself. Which is going to be interesting, because in the next chapter, of course, then we multiply him. And that creates all these other problems on their own. But right now, we are getting to the core of what Harry is. And he's somebody who's had to grow up too fast. He's somebody who isn't sure how to take care of a cut on his finger. He doesn't clean his trunk often enough. It's these moments of not being able to talk to my family, and not being able to communicate with my cousin, and not being able to fix things. And you could just tell that he's so angry and hurt, but he's having to sort of coalesce that into just a layer of steel over his skin. He's got to become a knight right now, and that armor is never going to be physical for him. This isn't that type of fantasy world. We're not going to strap on a suit of armor and go into battle. We have to do that ourselves, and it has to be enough to get us through. And I guess the first step of that is stripping everything else away. Like a dying skin, you need to tear it all off and build up from there. Guess it's a lesson we all could learn. Though I'd rather we not all have to go through a war to do it. Okay. So I'm going to keep reading, and I hope you do too. See you next time.